Hi, I'm Mackie Urso,
I'm Brittany Antos, we're Team 5.
and this presentation will detail the progress of our Science Pong BRG project.
In this presentation, we will elaborate on our concept generation process and final design. We also will be discussing the research that was done for the patent process, the failure modes and effect analysis, and finally present our investment proposal for funding this project.
Our team developed a list of tasks to be completed in order to finish the final project, which can be seen in the DSM chart and Gantt chart above. Our team has completed the identification of our customer needs and establishing our target specifications, and we then examined intellectual property of similar products to evaluate our design further, and we then completed the concept generation and concept testing. Our team's currently in the product architecture phase of design, and this will be followed by industrial design and design for manufacturing. As you can see from the Gantt chart and the DSM chart, these two tasks can be completed in parallel, so they will be worked on simultaneously. The Gantt chart also details our critical path, which is shown in red, and this dictates the final completion date of our project. Our team evaluated the intellectual property of our design by examining patents for related products to our BRG system. We did this to not only figure out the limitations that would be placed on our design, but to gain new ideas from existing patents or expired patents. One of the primary limitations that we found after completing this process was placed on the power mechanism, which is used to add energy to our system. Many of the teaching demonstrations that we examined contain patented equipment to add energy to the system, and for this reason, we will be using solely an Arduino microcontroller. In addition, we also gained new ideas from this patent examination process. For instance, we examined a qualitative kinematics apparatus for which the patent was expired. So we would be able to use this apparatus to perform further kinematic analysis on the ping pong ball without any licensing issues or liabilities.
When developing possible concepts for our project, our team first created a mind map to illustrate all the different subfunctions. From the mind map, we concluded that key subfunctions that we wanted to focus on were lifting the ball, lowering the ball, and controlling the exit speed. We then used the 365 method to brainstorm possible solutions. From here, we got our concept generation table. From this table, we then made multiple and different combinations of solutions, as you can see. In solution 1, we have an elevator, a decline ramp, and a rough surface or smooth surface to control the exit speed. In solution 2, we have a fan that blows the ball up a tube, and then a conveyor belt to lower the ball, and then a fan to control the exit speed. And then in solution 3, we have a fan that blows the ball up a tube, similar to example 2, and a curved decline ramp with a fan at the end to control the exit speed. And finally, we have idea 4, which includes a elevator, which is powered by the Arduino, a decline curved ramp, and a conveyor belt at the end to control the speed.
In order to select the best design for our final product, we went through a qualitative concept screening process, which was followed by a quantitative concept scoring process. So to complete our concept screening process, we identified a reference solution, which we selected as solution 4 because it contained the broadest spectrum of our components that were identified in the previous chart. And we then compared solutions 1 through 3 to solution 4 qualitatively. And from this process, we were able to determine that solutions 1 and 4 would be the most successful and that they would advance on to the concept scoring process. For the concept scoring process, we identified a list of selection criteria which were important to the product, and we weighted them based on their importance to the overall success of the product. We then rated solution 1 and solution 4 in each criterion, and these ratings were adjusted based on the weight. And from this quantitative process, we were able to determine that solution 1 was the winner.
For our team's failure mode and effects analysis, we postulated all the areas where our design could fail. We found that the elevator and ramp designs were the most crucial to a functioning BRG. It was determined because they have the highest RPN numbers, which is mostly due to the fact that the severity of both of them failing is very high. For the elevator, our concern was that it might rip or break. And for the ramp, we were worried the ball would fall off. So our current detection method for the elevator is to run the system multiple times and observe not only the weaknesses but also the wear on the system. We also did a similar thing with the ramp where we ran the system multiple times but varied the ramp heights to see if the ball would fall out. So our recommended action for the elevator is to test multiple times of material and build the elevator out of the strongest material. And then for our ramp, our recommended action is to create bumpers or use cushiony material to stop the ball from escaping the ramp.
In order to fund our proposed project, our team is requesting an investment from VTEPs Incorporated. We created an investment proposal to present our economic analysis, and we are requesting an initial investment of $20,000, followed by an investment of $10,000 at the end of quarter 1, and finally a principal amount of $7,500 at the end of quarter 3. And these principal amounts will be compounded at an annual interest rate of 12%, which correlates with a quarterly interest rate of 3%. However, because this interest is not compounded annually, it's compounded quarterly, the effective annual interest rate is about 12.55%. Our team plans to repay this investment with an annuity over the last 7 quarters of this first 3-year span. And the amount will be repaid as $6,843 for the last 7 quarters of the term. Although this investment proposal does require a large initial investment, which may seem risky, it is projected to provide a return on investment of 30%, which is very advantageous for VTEPs Incorporated. At this stage of our project, we were able to refine our concepts, and we're continuing to make steps towards creating a new, exciting, and profitable product that we're excited to call our Science Pong BRG.
We thank you for your time, and we hope you invest in our initiative to change education in the classroom.